Teacher Cyrus and welcome back to my channel. So hindi na natin patatagalin pa, let's start our discussion. For which are the state policies on equal access to opportunities for public service and prohibition of political dynasties and strengthening the merit and award system intended? A. To increase labor protection and social security. B. To put men and women on equal footing. C. To uphold the quality of public service. D. To build an egalitarian society. So the question talks about the opportunities for public service. So if we will say letter A kasi to increase labor protection and social security, so medyo malayo na because the focus of this question is all about the commuters. If we will say letter B naman to put men and women on equal footing, so syempre that is part of it. Letter C to uphold the quality of public service. So this is the best answer because so kapag men and women in equal footing, so it talks about only the commuters. So hindi kasali dito ang sinasabi nating quality of service. So meaning komportable ba ang commuters sa pagsakay ng naturang sasakyan? So that's why letter C is the correct answer to uphold the quality of public service. Max Weber's idea about state cultures, how can the establishment of religious schools for children in Hispanic, mixed Hispanic, and well-to-do natives be characterized? A. Religious education. B. Elitist education. C. Sectarian education. Or letter D. Mass education. So the question talks about Max Weber's idea about state cultures. So what is a state cultures? So alam naman natin that the book of Max Weber is centered on the protest ethic and the spirit of capitalism. So that's why for Max Weber, society or the culture is embedded with social institutions like religion. So that's why religious education, so that is the best answer because elitist, sectarian, and mass education is not included in his book. So that's why letter A is the correct answer, religious education. So that's why when answering so while taking so dapat let's be resourceful so that alam natin kung ano ang sagot. So number 3, what is the law that set a full trade policy abolishing the quota limitations on Philippine exports to the United States? A. Payne and Aldrich Act. B. Hare Hose Cutting Act. C. Underwood Simons Act. Or letter D. Bill Trade Act. If we will say Payne-Aldrich Act, so it was passed on 1909. It is a tariff act provide free entry to the US of all Philippine products excluding rice, sugar, and tobacco. So that is Payne-Aldrich Act. If we'll say Hair Hose Cutting Act, so it was passed on 1933. It was the first law setting specific date for Philippine independence, but it was vetoed. Letter C, it is Underwood-Simons Act. It was passed on 1913. It sought to promote international trade by lowering import duties. So letter D, it is a Bill Trade Act. It was passed in 1946. So it is known as Philippine Trade Act. So isa itong polisiya governing trade between Philippines and US. So that's why letter C is the correct answer. What are the possible effects of human interaction on individuals in society? 1. Determine their action. 2. Constrain their behavior. 3. No effect. A. 1, 2 only. B. 1 only. C. 3 only. Or D. 1 and 3. So the correct answer for this is letter D, 1 and 3. So determine their action and no effect. So that is the human interaction kasi. So if we will say constrain their behavior, so hindi lahat ng taon meron ganyan. The most important factor that is affecting all the chemical weathering process is blank. A. Topography, B. None of this, C. Climate, D. Vegetation. The correct answer for this is halata na letter C is climate. So, syempre, so kapag mahina lang or kakaunti lang ang ulan or tubig, so that's why kailangan ng chemical weathering. So, that's why letter C is the correct answer and the most important factor. In rearing the youth for civic efficiency and development or moral character, the Constitution states that it shall receive the support from the blank: A. Civic groups, B. Government, C. Church, or D. NGOs. So, the question talks about the civic efficiency and development or moral character. So, sa Constitution, sino ang magbibigay suporta nito? So, the correct answer for this is letter B. So, because of the government is the one who provides the needs and supports so in promoting peace of the community. So, that's why letter B is the correct answer. So, especially it talks about civic efficiency and development or moral character. So that's why merong tinatawag na kabataan kontra droga, so at marami pang iba. So in order for this to fulfill, so especially that it was stated in the Constitution, who is recognized as father of sociology? A. Auguste Comte, B. Herbert Spencer, C. Henry Saint Simon, or letter D. Harry Martineau. So if we will say Auguste Comte, so he is the father of sociology and also he coined the establishing of positive theory of sociology. So letter B, Herbert Spencer, he introduced the social statics, first principles, and social Darwinism. If we'll say Henry Saint Simon naman, he completed the formulation of sociology and ginawa niya mismo, siya ang nagpasikat sa tinatawag nating industrialization. While Harry Martineau, so siya ang pinakaunang babaeng sociologist. And also, she translate the book of Auguste Comte from French to English. So that's why halata na the correct answer is letter A, Auguste Comte, the father of sociology. What is a group of business or industries that gets a monopoly of goods or resources in a specific market or sector? A. Cartel, B. Command, C. Collusion, or D. Network. So, latang halata na the correct answer is cartel. So, because if we'll say network, collusion, and command, so, kailangan ng paramihan. Which type of map illustrates the physical contour of an area? A. Physical map, B. Road map, C. Topographic map, or letter D. Climate map. So the correct answer for this is letter C, topographic map. So because of the physical map, so yun lamang katangi ang physical. So hindi masyadong kompleto. So if we'll say naman road map, so syempre tungkol ito sa kalsada. So if we'll say topographic map, so merong physical map but merong contour if merong bundok. So merong tinatawag na 2D or 3D ba yon? So, kapag meron kayong makikitang mapa na merong drawing ng bundok, yan, so that is topographic map. And if we will say climate map, so yan yung gagamitin kapag forecast ng weather din, di ba? For Karl Marx, what is the classification of slums dwellers who lead marginalized, often criminal lives? A. Lumpen proletariat, B. Petite bourgeois, C. Proletariat, D. Bourgeois. So if the correct answer for this is lumpen proletariat. So ang proletariat kasi, so it consists of mga criminals. So if we will say petit bourgeois, so it is small scale merchant. So the best example for this is yung nagtitinda sa merkado. So yung tindera ng isda, so merong school supplies. So that is petit bourgeois. So if we will say naman proletariat, so yun yung mga trabahante or the working class. So if we will say bourgeois, so it is a middle class.
The best example of bourgeois are the businessmen example the owner of banks, owner of big companies that offer services.
So, but the correct answer, the question talks about the slum dwellers, so meaning yung mga kriminal. So that's why the correct answer is lumpen proletariat. So I do hope that you learned something about our discussion. So if you want more, so don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the C first so that you will be updated to our future videos. This is Teacher Cyrus. Thanks for watching. God bless us all.